How now, spirit? Whither wander you? Over hill, over dale, through a bush, through a brier, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire, I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere. And I serve the fairy queen, to dew her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coat spots, you see. Those be rubies, fairy favours, in those freckles live their savours. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lobe of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here anon. The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train, to trace the forest's wilds. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do square that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there. Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labour in the kern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometime make the drink to bear no balm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he? Thou speakest aright, I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. And sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3 foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, down toppeth she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and wax in their mirth, and tease and swear. A merry hour was never wasted there. But drum fairy, here comes Oberon, and here my mistress, would that he were gone. I met by moonlight, proud Titania. What, jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence, I have forsworn his bed and company. Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord? Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Philida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steep of India, but that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskinned mistress and your warrior love, to Theses must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity? Hearkenst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I not thy love to Theseus? Didst not thou lead him through the glimmering night from Periguna, whom he ravished, and make him with fair eagles break his faith with Ariadne and Antiope? These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land hath every pelting river made so proud that they've overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned fields, and crows are fatted with the marron flock. The 9 men's morris is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes and the wanton green for lack of tread are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Heme's thin and icy crown an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter, changed their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evil comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents unoriginal.